Welcome. You're watching Commodity Champions. Let's focus on to the edible oils now. And is this sector ready for the festival season? Well, joining us to discuss that is Angshu Mallick, MD and CEO at Adani Wilmar. Mr. Mallick, hi, thank you so much for joining in. Well, the festival season is here, and this is the time that most essential commodities like sugar, edible oil are something that the street starts to watch out for in sense of availability and affordability. How are you looking at this season in context of both of these?
Edible oil this year, we have sufficient stocks and port-wise, the inventories are good. The local crop availability is also good, and supply chain will be good unless two, three factors one need to see is one is how the monsoon comes up and does it disrupt transport and logistics movement, particularly Northeast and other places we did have earlier problems, but presently, it's okay. So one has to watch that. So supply chain wise, we feel that it would remain comfortable.
Mr. Mallick, what also is your sense on imports? Because we depend 60% in sense of import when it comes to requirement by the way of international prices that have been rising. The rupee also has seen a very sharp depreciation in the past quarter. Would that have an impact on the essential commodities, including edible oils?
You're right, Manisha, 60% of the oil or little more we are importing today. The consumption in India is roughly around 3%, and domestic production is increasing only at 2%. That means we will have to depend on imports, one. Second, edible oil is no longer the fundamentals drive the rates. It is the geopolitical issues, it is certain government announcements, certain other dynamic things happening around the world that impacts the prices, and very difficult to actually work out on the fundamentals and work on it. That is one. Two, the rupee has depreciated. As a result, the cost of import oil has gone up. One has to see how the rupee behaves. Hopefully, if it remains at these levels, it's okay. Otherwise, we will have to pay more for imported edible oil.
Mr. Mallick, how has India's overall edible oil demand growth been in the last, let's say, 10 years? And how will it be, let's say, in the next few years? As you said, 2% of a consumption growth is what you're looking at. But when we look at the larger, longer picture, how do the numbers stack?
See, edible oil was earlier growing at around 7-8% 2 years back. Then it dropped. And last year, it grew by only 1.5%. That is what Nielsen was saying on the packed oil. We are also seeing the same, and we see stress in the urban middle class and urban people. We have seen there is a squeeze in consumption. Rural has also not supported the way we all had expected. It's only last 4 months, after November, December 24, we have started seeing rural giving us some kind of positive response. Last quarter was okay, but I find July to be very good. And July consumption story indicates that if the monsoon is good, there is a lot of positivity in the rural consumers because they see good crop coming ahead.
There's this whole conversation really about India pushing for self-sufficiency. Where do we stand right now when it comes to that? And in those numbers, how would you look at the next 5 years, let's say, because oil palm mission is one, and apart from that, there's not so much that is happening, whether it comes to seed or increasing yields for that matter.
See, government is trying to boost domestic production. We feel that the easier bet is mustard oil. That is the rapeseed production or mustard seed production, because it has 40% oil content. So higher the mustard seed, we get a better oil. That is one. Two, somehow we find that there is a constant increase in demand of mustard oil. Even if the prices are higher today by almost 40 rupees a kilo over soybean oil, we still see higher consumption of mustard oil. that is possibly after COVID, we have seen that filtered oil or unrefined oil, there is some amount of better traction. So government, if they push this mustard seed, and we as an association and as an organization also, we are also doing our best to see if we can help in improving production of rapeseed, particularly because that is easier to process and sell.
Mr. Mallick, in a recent conversation, I remember you mentioned that you were training influencers to get a better education out when it comes to edible oils, because there's a lot of misconception when it comes to seed oil on whether they are good or not. There's also a push to consume lesser oil from the PM himself. How are you tackling this as a company?
See, over the last couple of years, when social media has evolved as a interaction way people interact, influencers have come out as one of the strong contenders to influence buying decisions. Now, whether it is in white goods or personal care, even in foods. Now, there are a lot of influencers who do the study and they come out with proper report for the consumers. But there are some influencers who get influenced by some other and then they start talking something which need not be scientifically correct. Now, we as an organization felt that if we have to, bring out influencers in the true manner, there are a lot of homemakers who would like to come out of this and become influencers, but they are not getting that opportunity. As an organization, we felt that why not tap this talent that is residing in the Indian homemakers. So we did contest as a Fortune Influencers Masterclass. That is, we started a campaign wherein we asked homemakers to just apply in our portal if you are interested to be an influencer and earn out of it and make it a professional career. And believe me, 50,000 such ladies up to age 63 years also applied and they came. We then put a team of jury who came from the MasterChef contenders. They did the scrutiny and then we got 3,000. After that, they were told to put some product and showcase their style. And 3,000 came out like that. Then we scrutinized and we reduced it to 250. And this 250 were the people with whom we started working. For the entire 3,000, we had a class wherein styling, recipe creation, content writing, small tips on videography, photography, light, and all that was given. That was part one, module one, which we did. But after 250, we did the advanced module, wherein we taught them content writing, videography skills, advanced videography skills, how to present, how to bring out their some nuances that they have, their positive part which they can throw out. So each contestant has some of the things that they did, and it was a wonderful exercise. And let me tell you, these mentors were no else than Manisha. This is Meghna Kamdar. Has more than 3 million followers, and Meghna has actually come up like this only as a small influencer. She started, and then today she is a post to reckon and name to reckon. Vinayak Grover was another one, and then we have Nimisha Rao. These are the three mentors we put them who would take online classes and teach these ladies and homemakers. Then this from 250 we selected 100 odd. And from 100, finally 25, we called them to Ahmedabad and we started interacting with them. We gave them support, monetary support. We educated them on the products. Then we did help them with some camera, some mic, cookery, crockeries and all that, so that they can become self-entrepreneurs. So from passion to profit was what we always said, that if you have a passion, we will make you earn money, and that thing. Now, these influencers, let me tell you, Manisha, will know how to understand the product, how to, what knowledge they can get, and how to impart knowledge to the viewers. This type of training, I think, is what we felt we can add value to the society. 63 years old lady came from Madhya Pradesh, and she was very, very passionate. And she said that I lost my son, but I wanted to I wanted to use this, and because the son had a hotel restaurant in Madhya Pradesh somewhere. So she said, I want to continue in the food business and take my son's name forward. So that is how people have emotional connect on it.
Oh, well, absolutely. That you've tackled very, very well. You've made your own influencers army, which talks about your products and, of course, more education about edible oils. But your point is well taken where you say that because we import 60% of our edible oil requirements, so we are dependent on imports, geopolitics, tariffs, policies, duties, and, of course, the depreciating rupee as well. So slightly higher prices as it comes to edible oils during this festival season is what perhaps the consumers will have to be ready for. But with that, it's all the time that we have on this edition of Commodity Champions. Thank you for watching.